Might have been if you'd asked him if he cheats at golf.
Yeah, that might have been a different story. No, he was.
Next time I see Lance Armstrong, though, like that's the first thing out of my mouth. Like,
hey, I heard you only golf when there's money on the line.
Yeah.
You cheat at that too? God. I might kick myself forever for not saying that. Some of the fucking comments though afterwards were fucking great. Like I ordered another beer.
Yeah.
At the bar. Like I was almost done with my first when these guys closed out their tab and left, and I ordered another one because the conversation that was going around between the 3 different people that worked there. Yeah. And some other people nearby. And like one of the waiters or one of the bartenders went in the back and told the kitchen staff that Lance Armstrong was sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
And one of them was like a Mexican guy and he had no idea who the fuck he was talking about. And the other one said, "The astronaut?" And like, this dude was ready to come out of the kitchen to meet an astronaut. And, no, not the astronaut, the bike rider. Like, bike rider? Like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, man.
Hey everybody, welcome to Season 3, Episode 14, the Season 3 actual finale, Jubilee.
Love it. Mike.
Craig.
Not Craig.
Still not Craig.
Still not Craig.
Still.
Well, today we got some bacon because we're wrapping up this season.
Yay!
Yay, bacon. But first, thanks to Motus Financial for their support of Curling Nation all throughout this season. They got us some nice cameras, some audio gear. So if you want to support the show, support Motus Financial, go to motuscc.com for all your point of sale credit card and money processing needs. If you sell stuff, Mason can take your money. So visit Motus CC for all your credit card processing needs. Also, we have end cards. If you want to go get some take some money from your friends, take some drinks from your friends, play some ends behind the glass. It's pretty fun. You can support the show. Email us. Only $15 for a deck. So
take them to your summer spiel.
Where are the summer spiels happening? Do we know?
I don't know.
I'm doing Lupus Spiel up in Blaine.
Yep.
Okay.
That is June 30th through July 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
There's the
Rice Lake Summer, Cape Cod.
There's Rice Lake Summer, which usually fills up pretty quick.
I think, I don't. Availability, check local listings. Cape Cod. I think we had somebody on that likes going to Cape Cod.
Does Chaska still have a summer spiel?
Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the Fire and Ice. That's
I've heard that one's supposed to be super fun.
I think that's in August now. I
think Kansas City has one. There's a summer spiel. It's still the Hollywood Blockbuster, but this year it will be in Phoenix.
It's going to be so hot.
Yeah, it'd be super hot.
Nothing like Phoenix in July.
Right? Yeah. Nothing like 110 in the shade.
I did look this up earlier.
Okay.
August 18th weekend is the Summer Spiel at Blaine.
That's my birthday.
4 Seasons.
Whoa. Cool.
Yeah.
August 18th.
In
case anybody wants to send a card, get in touch with the show.
Curling Nation at curlingnetwork.com.
Mm-hmm.
Send it to Steve's Curling Supplies.
Or there.
You'll get it.
There's one in Chaska.
Yep.
July 13th, which is already filled up.
Mm-hmm.
There might be one in Poinet. I'm not sure.
Who knows?
Oh, yeah, they used to do that Sticks and Stones where they golf some too.
That's May 19th.
Okay.
That's that weekend. I was asked to go and had to decline because I'm going fishing that weekend. Not that anybody cares, but I'll be fishing that weekend.
Do I get to go fishing?
Not
that weekend?
Not on that trip. We can see about a fishing trip.
Yeah. Let's do that in like
Okay. Great.
July.
Okay.
But
All right.
if you want to sign up for a really fun charity spiel, the lupus spiel,
Filling quickly.
fill in quickly. There's a couple teams slots left.
If you need a player, email the show. I could be arm twisted into going to a.
You can rub
Summer
elbows
spiel.
with the likes of Kevin Martin, Pat Ryan,
Yeah.
Larry St. George, Darren Molding.
The brothers Horgan.
The Brothers Horgan.
Yeah.
So
What are the dates of that spiel, Joel?
that is June 30th through July 2nd.
Okay.
Go to letscurelupus.org.
That's almost America's birthday.
It's almost America's birthday.
Okay. Sure to be
So-
fireworks on the ice and off. Bacon's dynamite, Joel. Is this the black pepper, something? What do you call it?
Black pepper cherry.
Black pepper cherry.
Yeah.
It's dynamite.
Good as always. Yeah. What else we got? Had a good time at the Lupus Spiel last summer. I'd recommend. Would recommend.
Yeah.
Contemplating going back. We'll see.
500 nationals wrapped up.
Oh yeah. In the Hibbing,
The Purple Pretenders made the playoffs.
they did.
They lost in the quarters.
That's okay. Congratulations.
Good for them. The gold medal team was Team Bliven.
Don't know.
Where are they from? I couldn't figure that out on the
They're
on the
from,
website.
I heard the skip
Plover
was
slash.
Huh?
I think they're from Plover.
Okay.
slash Stevens Point.
I tried to look it up,
I think they're
Yeah.
from.
and it just
what?
said USA. And then I tried looking it up somewhere else, and I couldn't find. I tried
okay.
like 2 or 3 different ways to look
Almost.
up where these guys were from.
Almost
team.
positive they're from Plover.
Some of the teams were kind of from all over. Some of the teams were a
Yeah.
mashup, not necessarily from the same club.
Sure.
So 500 nationals, you don't have to be from the same club. You can form your teams.
Word.
Yep. Congratulations,
To
Dan,
Dan,
Justin, and Austin, all with last names that are difficult to pronounce. So we're
Correct.
not gonna try and do that.
we're gonna slaughter those names for sure.
Yeah. True story. Who got second?
Team Mellon,
Sure.
Matt, Joe, Jackson, Mike, and then Team O'Reilly got bronze. Nate, Mike, Jim, and Stefan.
I think Mellon might be from Duluth or up there ish. I think. Could be wrong.
Okay.
Anyway, way to go. And then the third place team I think is also from. Is that Townsend? No, O'Reilly.
O'Reilly.
Oh, Townsend finished 4th. I don't know where O'Reilly's from. Doesn't matter. Congratulations to those 500 teams. I saw the ceremonial first rock thrown, which I think is a very, very tired thing at almost every curling event.
Yes.
But
Not this one.
No, not this one. The guy threw it. It was former world champion, I think. And the front enders
1976 world champion.
sweeping with
Corn.
rink rats or corn brooms, and they put it on the tee line. Like no kicking it,
No
no
kicking
touching
it.
They
no
have-
pulling it back.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't see any kicking it, but
yeah, they
Alright.
they brushed it back a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who threw it?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Because I think Bruce, who was the skip of that team that won in 1976, just passed away. Correct?
I think that's correct. Yes,
Okay.
but they at least had. I don't know who threw it. I couldn't. The video I saw was on one hog line, and it didn't zoom in.
Got
at
it.
the other.
Yeah, I mean, it looked at For a second, it looked like Barkham threw it, but I would have thought Barkham would have been all over social media telling people that he threw the opening rock if it would have been him. But
Yes.
so I don't think it was Barkham.
Also, we probably would have.
Also,
heard
he
him
probably
on-
wouldn't have been at that World Championship.
No.
But anyway,
He won a World Juniors about that time.
okay,
A little later. 78, I think.
Got
Junior
it.
Worlds.
got it.
Don Barkham, North
Yeah.
Dakota.
Yeah. So anyway, it looked pretty good.
All right.
Mixed doubles worlds are going on. Corey Squared is doing well. They are currently 5-1.
Yep.
Probably going to make the playoffs with that record.
Just got to win one of their last three. Will probably do it, but maybe
Probably, yeah.
they've got a couple of the. They got two games they should win, and one tough one on paper. But
Yeah, they
the
played Norway.
curling isn't played on the paper; it's played on the ice.
Fact, not opinion. Yeah. Dean and Tally and Dean are
4-2.
4-2.
Okay,
They're sitting in good shape.
friends of the show,
Friends of
Friends
the
of the
show.
Dean and Tally.
Yes. True.
How's their parents doing? Because their parents are playing in seniors.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look.
They were like halfway down the list.
Okay,
So
I think just Dean's.
no, Tally's mom's
Was Tally's
playing.
mom currently? I forgot.
Dean's dad's
Uh-huh.
listed as fifth, but he might be playing. I don't know. They might be rotating.
the men are 3-3. Probably not making the playoffs with that one.
Well, Joel gets the scores. It's my dog's birthday today. Shout out to my dog.
What's up?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Arlo.
Arlo. Yeah.
My son had a birthday last week.
Whoa.
He's 9.
Whoa.
We had what felt like a bajillion kids at our house. And of course it was
It was probably
40
only
to
like
40 degrees, so they had to be like
They're all
inside.
inside. Oh, nice.
Oh my god. This is like I've been spoiled because all the other birthday parties that we've thrown,
Yeah.
the weather's been good enough that the kids are spending most of their day
Running around the
outside,
backyard.
running around,
Yeah.
going nuts. And
Great.
this time they were inside the house, running around, going nuts.
Got it. Happy birthday.
Happy
Hank
birthday,
Brown.
Henry.
Team Gill is at 1-3.
1-3.
Oh,
Got it.
So
All right.
probably not going to make the playoffs with that
All right.
record so far.
Well, it is summertime and
True.
it's just barely fall in Australia, so they haven't even been curling. So we'll cut them some slack.
Great.
All right, moving on. Men's are sitting at. Did we talk about the men's yet? Can't remember.
No,
Men's
seniors.
side. Men's seniors.
Joel Arway.
Yep, 6-0.
Don't gamble with them. Don't gamble with the Larways. We learned that earlier this season.
Yep. One of my rules of life. And one of the guys on the team, Darren Leto, turnip farmer.
Turnip farmer. Whoa. Didn't know that.
Turnip farmer.
Turnip farm. Well, he was a turnip farmer. He grew up a turnip farmer.
Fun
North-
facts.
North Dakota.
No,
No.
it's from Alberta somewhere, and it's a completely made-up story. But I was doing commentary for the Club Nationals in Madison,
I remember this.
and
I was sitting.
like I don't know, 12 years ago, something like that.
Didn't we just say beet farmer?
No,
No,
turnip.
because who's a beet? Isn't Ben Tucker was a
Yeah,
beet farmer,
there's beet
wasn't he?
farmers in North Dakota,
Yeah.
sugar beet farmers.
Sugar beets.
And but I was just doing commentary on some game, and I know Darren pretty well, and so I just started rambling because the game was boring, and I started just making up stories about how he grew up a turnip farmer outside of Edmonton, and he got off the ice and he had like a dozen text messages like, why is this guy talking about you being a turnip farmer? And I
He
went,
works for like Microsoft or something.
I went on and on about it, about him being a turnip farmer. Like I might have even like looked up some turnip facts and like read them over the year, like just assimilated them into his life.
I think I looked
somehow,
up.
but-
I think I looked those up. I think I was doing commentary with you because I was pushing the buttons.
Yeah.
So I think I was doing the commentary with you on that one.
So,
That's pretty great.
but yeah, I had a whole bunch of people asked him why I was talking about him being a turnip farmer. But he's on the team. He's either second or third. I can't remember what position.
Should send Sonder a message and tell him if he does
If they do any US, I don't know if
Yeah.
they broadcast any of those senior games.
I don't
if
think-
it's
I
just
don't think
all
they are.
mixed double.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they are.
Doubles games? Okay. Never mind. It would have been funny though.
On the senior women's side, the U.S. team sitting at 2-3. I don't think that's going to be good enough to make the playoffs.
It's a long road to hoe.
Well, we'll have to see, but probably not. But good luck.
Maybe they'll sneak
luck.
in.
They might. Who knows? Mixed force.
I need another piece of bacon.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more.
Mixed force out in Denver. Team Brundage. Jed, Bella, Cameron, and May. They're going to Scotland. That's usually, I haven't seen the dates, but that's usually early next season, like
Yep.
September-ish, typically. But I've heard it's going to be in Scotland, so that should be fun.
All right. Aberdeen. Maybe. I feel like they
Is it?
have done it in Aberdeen a couple times, and they're
Oh,
trying to pick spots that'll do these kind of less marquee events multiple times.
sure.
I don't know. I don't want to make it sound like it's not a marquee event, but it's whatever. You know, like Junior B's, they got one place that kind of does it a lot, and they've
Got
got wheelchairs.
That
They've got one place that
kinda-
does it quite a bit. And
Got it.
I think it's the same, at least kind of to start with, mixed.
Easier to plan. Easier
Easier to plan if you can
Yeah.
figure it out
Like-
for a couple times in a row or something like that.
It's
And if you
probably
had-
gonna even for the people that maybe it helps up the numbers of participation. You know, like people in the qualifying rounds, maybe. I don't know. It's like we know it's gonna be in X
Sure.
because it's always there. Like we can afford to go, or we can plan to try and go there in a couple of years if we think we can qualify. I don't know. Just thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I got it.
Also, it's probably easier on the planning side if you have a team set that knows what they're doing. The kind of like running a bomb spiel. The first one's hard. The second one's 1,000 times smoother, typically.
Okay.
That,
Congrats to them.
yeah, congrats to them.
Where was that held? That was in Denver.
Denver.
Dean was on the show
He was.
from location on location.
Dean Gemmel live from Denver.
Bacon was
Tick.
dynamite, Joel.
Yeah, thanks.
Agreed. Would recommend.
It brings all the
4
boys to the
stars.
podcast.
All right. What else?
That's all I got for
Whoa.
people that want stuff.
All right. Way to go, people that want stuff.
We can do a quick rundown of some of the big stories of the season.
Did you win anything this year?
I won the Quebec International
Oh, that's right.
Bond Spiel.
Quebec
You did?
International.
What about you? Did you win anything?
Won a patch at HOH.
Whoa.
Won the
Not the first event.
third,
Third, maybe? Third or fourth
Third.
event?
fourth, maybe.
Who knows? I didn't win anything in House Hearts.
I did win the third or fourth event. I think third event at the Fowler.
Yes.
Or did we run her up?
No, you were runner-up. I think you runner up.
Yeah.
I think you didn't show up
We-
for the final.
we-
Well, I mean, you were there, but
It was a solid team shit in the bed.
I feel like it was a
what that was.
lopsided affair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
We were hungover and tired, and turned out we had COVID. So,
Hey,
hooray!
that happens.
I won the Botham League
There you go. Boom.
in a playoff. We had a 4-way tie for first.
Playoffs.
We had to do a semi-final playoff
Whoa.
that we managed to get through.
Way to go.
And I may have won the first half Friday night
Definitely did.
potluck league,
Yeah. I filled in
and
for
you filled in the final game.
I did.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Boom. Yep.
But I think we maybe only played 4 games and won. Maybe I only played 4, but we had a bye. We had a bye once.
There's typically more than 4 games in that league. I played in it once or
Yeah,
twice.
whatever.
Well, like in the first half, though, it's like there was too many bond spiels scheduled or something, and maybe we even got canceled for weather once. I can't remember, but like at most, as a team, we played 5 games, and I feel like there's a chance we only played 4 because we did get a bye.
There you go.
Uh,
Possible to know.
but we won them all.
There you go.
We were the only team that won all of our games. So
Congratulations. Way to
Martin Brown,
go. Way to go.
11-year-old, won his very first league
Yeah.
that he ever played
And his
in.
very
First
first
spin?
bond spiel this year, didn't he?
And he
Didn't
won a
play
bond spiel,
Junior
yeah.
bond spiel with those kids from Cleveland or something?
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green, there you go.
Yeah. They were
Boom.
in over their head and pulled a rabbit out of their butt.
There you go.
Something like out of
USA
their hat. Excuse me.
USA Hockey.
Yeah.
1980 Miracle on Ice.
No, they had a good time though. That was
There you go.
fun.
Great.
It was the rec division. They did not win
Not the
the
competitive
Not the
division.
competitive division.
Got it.
The team that won the competitive division also won the junior nationals. So I
There
don't
you
think
go.
that my 11-year-old and his team of other 11-year-olds from Ohio that he'd never met before probably would have
taken
stood
down
much of a chance against those guys.
Unlikely. Unlikely.
So
Got it. Great.
How was the store this season? I assume it was up from last.
it was busy. It was very busy at the curling shop this year.
How many grippers did you get through?
A lot. A lot. We
Like
sold
one box full?
we sold a lot of grippers. We bought a lot of grippers.
You did buy a lot of grippers. That was
And
we talked about that last season.
we thought
That might have been off the air. I
it
don't
might have been
remember.
off air.
Wait a minute, off air.
We thought that we had bought a 3-year supply of grippers, most likely, or almost a 3-year supply of grippers. And there's 1 or 2 sizes that we're probably going to have to order some to get through next year.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, we sold a lot of grippers
Congratulations.
this year.
That's great.
No, it was a good year. We sold a lot of brooms. A lot of people either had some money saved up after COVID or lost their equipment during COVID or started curling after
Yeah, that's
watching
good.
the Olympics.
Yeah, there you go.
Because we sold a lot of gear. And now I'm in the process of trying to order gear for next season.
Awesome.
So I'm counting things. I'm using my Motus Financial POS system
Very good.
to adjust inventory.
Inventory tracking
good.
software.
Yes.
Great.
They've got that too.
MotusCC.com.
Amazing.
And
Rick and Mason. They're great.
So yeah, I'm trying to do that.
Good. Awesome. Very good.
What else do I know?
I don't know.
My knee felt
Pretty good.
really good in like January.
January.
I mean, like at the beginning of the year, I thought I was done. Like I was gonna have to like take the year off and then get surgery about this time of year.
Whoa.
And then it kind of recovered for me.
Got it.
And then in like January and beginning of February, it was dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it was still probably only like a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, but That's the best.
It was it was
best
better
it's
than
been in 4 years.
better than a 1 your first couple of slides. This
It
year?
was a 0.
Yeah,
It was a 0 to start the year. The first, because I took my kid down to practice a couple times because he wanted to try and practice.
Yep.
Because he was going to play league.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to throw stones, and I think I went to the club 3, maybe it was 2 times, maybe it was 3 times.
Okay.
And the first 2 or 3 trips to the club,
Yeah.
I think I was actually only able to throw like a combined total of 3 stones.
That's pretty awful.
Because I couldn't let go of the stone. Because I had too
For
much
fear of falling over.
No, it wasn't
Yeah,
like
just-
for fear. It's like for knowing that I was
Knowing
about
that
to
you're
fall over.
Yeah, got it.
If I let go of it, it hurt so bad.
That's pretty bad.
But then I got it. I just kept sliding and working on it, and it got
go.
a little bit better all the time. And
Way to go.
My knee hurt
Huzzah.
pretty bad at the start of the year as well. Problem was, like, I was still, like, making shots.
There you go.
I call bullshit.
But my knee got better, and I started not making as much shots. So my point is, like, I was throwing better with my knee on fire
Whoa.
in a bad way.
Whoa.
Okay.
Aggressive.
But I would still rather not have my knee
Not have that pain.
not have my knee hurt so much.
Sure. Did you guys get your money's worth out of the beer at the club this year?
I think I did. I don't really care.
Probably not as much as I had in the past, but
I think I did all
this
right.
year was okay. Yeah.
I could have done better, but I could have done. I did all right. I got an extra night in this year
There you
by
go.
playing Fridays. So I mean, I got
Got an extra.
an
couple beers,
extra,
Half night out of your beer.
an extra 2 beers every other week or so however often that
huh? However often
league
you curl.
played. Yeah.
I didn't curl as much this year because I decided I was going to coach hockey. That was a terrible.
That was a terrible
That was a
idea.
terrible decision. I stand by that. But I had a good time. It was fine. I super subbed a lot this year. I didn't have an actual league, so I curled with a bunch of people that I had never curled with ever, and had a great time.
It
Had a
is
lot-
fun sometimes
I
playing
mean,
with people you don't know.
I knew of the people, and
Sure.
probably knew the people from being in the same leagues, but never had really curled with them, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this season.
Good.
I was down to one league night, so that also didn't help my game either.
I'm gonna try and squeeze in 2 bond spiels next year. I'm gonna double my bond spiel total
Wow.
from 1 to 2.
Do you know where you want to go?
I haven't
are there
figured
ones-
it out for sure. I should make a return to the House of Hearts
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it's been a while. I am also trying to convince the 2000 national championship team of mine that we should make a return trip to the Bull Trophy in Grindelwald because they got this spiel going again.
Whoa.
And it's much more. So whatever,
More social
20
now?
years ago, it was like one of the best, most competitive spiels in Europe.
Yeah.
It was still kind of a party, but it was a very good spiel, very competitive.
So who was on that team?
Ryan Quinn, John Brunt, and John Dunlop.
So
And-
how many of those are still curling?
Brunt and Dunlop still play
Yeah.
like once a week. Quinn hasn't thrown a stone for 10 years plus, maybe 15. He quit curling in about 04-ish
Okay.
when he moved away,
Yep.
and he played a few bond spiels since then.
Got it.
But he hasn't actually curled since then. But he played the Centerville men's or the Eau Claire men's
Whoa.
or something like that a couple times. But it's probably been at least 10, 12 years.
Maybe we should get a show team together and fly in friend of the show Ty Veetman and play in the Centerville Men's World Championship of the World.
I don't think you got a chance to get him. If he's going to come up, he's going to play with his normal crew.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But
I do
We could still
remember
be there.
one of the shots I remember from way back in the day was I saw Ryan Quinn. I think it was maybe Wapaka. He made basically a cross-house double. It was super flat, and I've to this day I don't think I've seen one thrown as hard as well.
Wow.
Cross-house double, they were almost T-line, 12 foot, 8 foot. Made it.
you made a lot of good shots. That's
did.
why we won.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
No, he was a really good player. So I'm trying. We played in this spiel in 01.
Got it.
And we went sledding, and we went skiing, and we drank a bunch of beer, and we just had a really, really good time.
Nice.
And the four of us have never played a spiel, like a reunion spiel. We've talked about it, but we've never played it.
You gotta do it.
And so now that they have this spiel going again, and it's, like I said, it's not nearly as competitive as it once was, but a bunch of the teams that played in it, 20 plus years ago,
Are going back.
kind of for a vacation with curling as an excuse. So that's what happened this year. There was, I don't know, it was either 24 teams or 32 teams, but it was probably half the teams that were there this year are guys that we used to play against in high caliber events, a long time ago. So it'd be great to catch up with a bunch of them. So I'm trying to arrange that so we go. And so
get your old man to slap a team together too.
I don't know that he can slap his knee together enough to go to that thing.
Could he throw with a stick, or is it?
I don't
you
know.
don't think he would?
I don't think he would. I think he's too proud to go to that.
Got
Go to
it.
Grindelwald and play
All
with a
right.
stick. But
Okay.
if we sign
Wally
up,
just got a new knee.
if we sign up to play, I
Yeah.
would say there's going to be at least a 50% chance that he's just going to show up just to watch, for an
No
excuse
coach?
for an excuse to go.
He'll be your alternate, even
Yeah,
though
something.
there's no chance he'll curl.
Yeah,
When is that spiel?
it's the third week of January.
Third week of January.
Awesome.
Okay.
So I've got a spot reserved currently.
Whoa.
At the spiel or on your calendar?
At the spiel, I talked to the guy who's running it, and I'm like, hold a spot for me. I'm trying to round up a team.
Whoa.
Because he's a guy that I know too. So,
Got it. I like it.
so fingers crossed that I can get the team. Dunlop seems like he's pretty excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Brunt is a little on the fence, but leaning toward yes, and Quinn's kind of dodging questions about it currently. So we'll see.
Take the other Brunt or something.
We might. Maybe that's actually what John said. He's like, well, if Quinn can't do it, cousin Ryan will probably show up.
There you go. You can take Ryan Brunt.
So we've got a couple of options there that
I bet Barkham would go.
I can't curl with Don again. I put my time in with you, Don. In case you ever listen to the show, you can talk to me direct. But I've had enough. I've had my fill of you. I think
Boy.
You probably say the same thing.
There you go. Nice.
All right. Well, there's we can do a rundown of some of the top stories from this past year.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Starting with last summer, Grand National Curling Club voted out
Okay.
of the USAC.
Yep.
As we heard last week or last episode from Dean,
Yeah.
he's still working on bringing him back in.
Yep.
They're working on it. It's a complicated issue, but it's
It's complicated. Just leave it at that. Facebook status complicated.
Yeah.
Next.
but Dean said he was working on the governance structure, which I think was kind of the issue.
They want a new member structure, the
yeah.
fee structure, whatever.
Fee structure. They're working on it.
Anyway.
Hopefully they can work it out and come back.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? That's probably about all I can sing before we lose. Have to pay rights or whatever. All right, let's go.
Yeah, we're getting.
You're not
pulled
close
first.
enough.
Not
close.
You're gonna get flagged.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, YouTube's not picking that up.
Great.
We got a new CEO search going on.
Yep. True.
An interim. We got a new CEO.
We have an interim
and
CEO.
We have an interim CEO.
We had one resign. We have an
and
interim
one
one.
looking
and
for
now
a
they're
new
looking
one,
for a
which
new
might
one.
be the interim
Yeah.
made
Yep.
permanent.
Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows?
Did we decide when that's going to happen? When that vote is?
No. Dean said they were looking. The committee was looking at stuff this month, I think.
Yeah. No, there is no date or
There is no
timeline.
date, but I think they were probably going to move ahead. I would assume by next season we'll have a new one.
For sure. I thought maybe that it was going to be like the spring board meeting.
Could be.
If Dean's the new CEO, it's going to really put a damper on me going to Blind River closing with Dean at some point. I feel like he's going to be busy at that time of year all the time now. I'm bummed about that.
You don't have to go with Dean
True,
to go to the Blind River men's closing,
but
arguably
one of the
top 5% of bond spiels I've ever been to.
I need to go to that. You don't think that because you went with Dean and his dad.
Yeah.
Did a lot of people know Dean and his dad?
Everybody knows his dad.
Everybody
His
knows
dad's
his
a
dad.
legend up there.
Got it. Okay. So do you think that aided in your enjoyment or spiel experience? Maybe a little.
Maybe a little,
Okay.
but not.
Overall,
Overall,
no, just go.
anybody can have a good time
Okay.
in Blind River.
I'm just gonna have to go to Blind River then.
You round up yourself a team full of guys that like to drink beer
Yeah,
in the middle of nowhere,
and go
and
and drive up there.
you'll have a good time.
All right. Sounds
Mike,
good.
I like to drink beer.
All right. I have one taker so far. Email the show.
Cool. I can email the show and be in. Nice.
Yeah, Dean, and also if he's the CEO,
He's probably not going to drink as much beer.
he probably will have to be more like
Tame.
reserved
Behaved.
than maybe he would have been
I was-
otherwise.
I was
Yeah.
just assuming that the experience kind of pivoted on Dean and his dad being there. And
Although, if it's far enough north in Canada, do the phones work up there?
I don't know. I don't care, really. I hate being on my phone during a bond spiel.
It it was great. We had a place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Dean's dad knows everybody,
Okay.
so but everybody was friendly regardless.
Okay. All right. Then I'm definitely just
And,
going.
There was a couple nights when Al went home because he was 82, and he's not out drinking as much beer as the rest of us.
Probably not. Okay.
So
got it. Go to Blind
You can
River.
have a good time in Blind River
will.
regardless of
Okay.
whether you've got a Gemmel on your team.
Got it. Considered.
But yeah, he probably won't. I don't know, Dean. Plus, he's going to be busy. World Championships
Exactly.
are happening
Worlds
around
or
then.
5 and unders or whatever. I mean, it's all
something
around that time.
Mixed
so,
doubles,
yeah.
women's, men's. It's all
Yeah.
within
Yeah, that's all going
a
to
few
start
weeks,
then.
one way or the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, it's fine. Now that
It's
I know
fine.
I
It's
don't
fine.
need
It's fine.
I don't need a Gemmel to
No,
fully appreciate the experience, I will go.
you might need to plan early though, because
There's probably not a lodging
there's not a lot of lodging options in Blind
Blind River,
River,
Ontario.
and
Got
so
it.
you might have to make your reservations early.
Okay,
Okay.
will do. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Can we go with 3 and play with Dean's dad?
Maybe
Then we can ask.
you can ask
We'll
Dean's
talk
dad.
to Dean. All right. Anyway,
Some for
next.
next year.
What else?
Curling Stadium took over streaming
Yep.
for some of the USAC events.
Yeah, and I thought they did a pretty good job. I think they walked before they ran. There were definitely some growing pains, but overall, I
sure,
thought it was
yeah.
a pretty good product.
Yeah, worked on streaming every sheet. which is good. Give everybody the option. I think I helped out at an event or two. Need to work on getting some audio on the non-featured cheats.
For sure.
That's going to be tricky, but
For sure.
because the player mics have to be managed by a person, mute and unmute on who's playing, so you can't just have them live all the time. Otherwise, you're going to get really confused.
Yeah. It could get interesting,
And a
too.
lot of swearing.
Some of the language.
Yeah.
We're not the featured game.
Yeah.
F this.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, I would tune into that game.
Yeah, there's some characters I
Yeah.
would definitely watch. Probably a little bit more than others.
There were some coaches that asked me for the raw feed of the teams. I'm like, no. First of all, like, I can't do it. Like, it wasn't set for that. But, like, second of all, like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No.
So, all right. Yeah. So I thought they did good.
Yeah. And
Well,
Speaking of that,
Did
though,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
that I think is an extremely underutilized training tool in the coaching world.
I know some of the coaches do travel with their own
They
small.
should all
Yeah.
do it. Like if
I know
If there's budget
couple
for
of them
it-
do. Yeah.
they have a budget for it, they should do it, because then the coach can listen in on exactly what's happening on the ice during bond spiels, even when there's no timeouts or anything like that. Like that's
Yeah.
absolute
So
positive
for coaches and teams out there, we use the Rode 2 wireless microphone system, RODE, Rode 2. It was a very simple system, had a very small mic pack that could clip to your coat. The microphone was pretty good. The microphone was good that it picked up a lot of ambient sounds. So it wasn't very directional towards your voice, but it picked up a lot around you. But it's also a very small receiver as well. So it's a very small pack that you can travel with. So
How much do you suppose it costs for
$249.
per
piece?
person?
For $249, we'll give you one receiver with 2 transmitters.
Can you put that into
Non-nerd.
non-nerd layman terms?
So
Please.
two microphones,
2 microphones.
2 wireless microphone packs, 1 receiver.
Okay.
So the coach can plug into the receiver
Yep,
and
it's a
hear
USB.
what the 2
Yeah.
microphones are saying.
So the coach would have the receiver. There's an audio out jack that you can just plug a headphone in. Or there's also a USB out that can go into a computer. So you can plug that into. Also, the microphone out jack can plug directly into a camera. So if you're recording, like if you're just behind the glass and you got a video camera set up behind it to record, you can plug that right into the camera and it's recording.
Baller. Can you buy
you can plug
2
it-
extra microphones and they
No.
would be received on the same receiver?
No.
No.
You can buy a single or a dual. So the single is one body pack mic, 1 receiver, or the dual, which is the 2 microphones and the 1 receiver.
Okay. It'd be great if Rode, what's it called?
RODE, Rode.
Rode, what? What's the rest of it?
It's the Rode 2 wireless.
If the Rode 2 wireless could make it a Rode 4 wireless.
There you go.
I'm throwing that out there to the
Yeah.
Rode company.
Then you hear the whole team.
Then you could hear all 4 people on the ice at
or you
once.
can just buy 2.
Yeah.
Well, then what? Is the coach going to wear 2 different headphones?
Well, then it would have to go into a computer with the USB inputs, and then it can get a little more complicated from there. But,
so how about we just make one that will receive 4?
Or you just put one microphone on the front end and one microphone on the back end, and
It doesn't work as well.
for the most part, you're going to pick up most things. You're not going to pick up all of it, but you're going to pick up most things.
Sure.
Got it.
I'd rather have one on everybody. Then that's when you get the real saucy language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where the fun stuff happens.
Yeah.
But that's when
where
you
the
also,
magic happens right there, baby. Okay. Well, I'm sure there's some company, if Road 2 doesn't want to do it, I'm sure that somebody else probably can.
I've got some right there. Yeah, back there in that rack, but not exactly as portable as the Road 2,
Got it.
which
Got it.
is a smaller. Each transmitter and receiver are smaller than a deck of cards.
Okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked there.
Yeah, no problem.
What? We were talking about broadcast. I thought the broadcasting was good in general, though. Nice work to you and to the USAC and to Curling Stadium. And I even pitched in and bought some time on the recast, which I was hesitant to at first, but then Joel put it in very simple terms that I shouldn't feel bad about spending a few damn dollars
No.
to watch some curling, because it all goes to the right kinds of causes.
Yeah, and the either World Curling, whichever event it is, World Curling or U.S. Curling, actually not U.S. Curling this time, but the recast gets part of it, and then the event, the governing body also gets part of the revenue as well.
Got it.
So it doesn't all go to recast. It does go to,
Great.
part of that goes to World Curling,
Okay.
Super.
That makes me even feel better about it.
which is why the World Curling likes the partnership, because they're
think
making money off of it.
Yeah. Boy, I wouldn't think they're making much, but I would feel like if they had it on YouTube and could sell some of their own ads, they'd probably make even more, but maybe not.
I think it would be
Possibly.
hard. Yeah, maybe.
They could possibly sell. Then they have to have their own ads, and then they're.
I feel like ads with
could.
something like that would be tough, just because it's so.
It's international.
Yeah, it's
Like-
national or international.
Sure.
And you're asking like a very
I'm a-
niche
yeah.
regional market to advertise. I mean, I guess you can try and advertise internationally, but how do you like?
Well, no,
That's-
I'm just
that's a
saying,
tough-
like,
that's a
if
tough
yeah,
marketing
like
pitch.
if you've got, well, I mean, I guess it depends how many people are watching.
Also,
You
like
know, I mean, like we talk about how some of these, Asian teams are just pulling in huge numbers
That's
on
true.
streams.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe you get an Asian company that's willing to fork over a few grand to have an ad
True.
that
Yeah.
runs every game.
yeah.
Maybe not. I'm oversimplifying it.
You just have to have the marketing team that goes out and
Right.
approaches those huge multinational companies.
And also that gets more complicated with. Now you're not sending out one stream. Now you're sending one stream to Japan that has the Japanese ads. Then you're
Well,
sending
no,
out
I'm just
another
saying,
one
like,
to-
just during
to-
a game that features Japan. Like,
Well,
then-
if it's on recast, then it's on one. Like if they're broadcasting every game,
right?
so they're sending out. Then the event is sending out one stream. Recast is sending out one stream.
Okay.
So if they're broadcasting Japan versus Korea, which is anybody can watch it.
Sure.
Then if you're watching it in Japan and you just have Japanese ads, that would need.
Oh, no, I wasn't
Like,
thinking
it
about
better-
making it that specific. I was thinking,
Yeah.
like, if you're watching that game, you get whatever ads are bought for that game. And they could be Korean ads, they could be Japanese ads. And if you're,
Canadian
Right.
ads.
could be Canadian ads.
Maybe the Canadian ads are buying all the Canadian teams and the
Right.
but
Who knows?
yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
It's not for me to figure
the-
out.
no.
Yeah.
Us. Yeah.
Okay, that was fun. I think that, so we were talking about off air before the show started. We were talking about how ESPN did not pick up any of the Season of Champions coverage from Canada.
True.
So TSN apparently offered it royalty free to ESPN to stream, and ESPN declined.
That's what I heard. I read that on the Twitter
Yeah.
and maybe somewhere else too.
The Curling News had that as well.
Maybe that's where I read it.
Yeah.
Which I think is a bummer.
It wouldn't be entirely free for ESPN to rebroadcast. They still would have had to have hosted the stream, put it on to ESPN, and still host the stream. But royalty free, I don't know what the cost of that would be.
Right.
There is still a cost to it. It's not exactly free.
If anybody out there has any idea of what that cost might be, we would love to have that answer. Because I'm sure ESPN isn't going to tell us.
Right.
But if somebody's in the business and they know roughly, like even if it's just a very educated guess.
Yeah.
Like that would be awesome to know. Because I don't know. I mean, maybe we could get a GoFundMe and frickin' pay ESPN to put it on.
If it costs X amount, then we have to go find X amount of dollars from advertisers to put on the ESPN.
Yeah. But I mean, like what? Like I don't know. Like let's say it costs $5,000 worth of stream. I don't know if that's even remotely close. Maybe that's 5 times too much. Maybe that's 1/5 of what it should be.
Right.
But let's just say it was $5,000. I think that a pool of curlers in the United States with a GoFundMe that is thrown out on Facebook and Twitter could come up with $5,000 really quick
to watch the Scotties and the Briar
for access to everybody having.
All right, so here's our summer project. Find out how to get the rights to U.S.
homework.
For the U.S. rights.
We're giving the homework assignment to people. We're not doing the homework ourselves.
Okay.
So we need Curling Nation needs to get the broadcast rights in the U.S. for Season of Champions. That way we can rebroadcast it with our own commentary.
That'd be baller.
And then sell. I don't know if we sell ads or if it's just user supported, but restream it on our own
Hell
in the
yeah.
US.
Whoa, man.
I will gladly take the Briar Week. Well, that's my ski trip. I'll do Friday through Wednesday commentary. I'll do the Scotties, whatever. I'll do it. I'll commentate that shit. Oh, it'd be the most entertaining comment. People would pay. People would pay cash because it'd be unedited.
Yeah.
Like I will swear if I have to.
We can tell inappropriate stories we know about players.
Sure.
Other
This
players
is a great idea.
Other people can tell us inappropriate stories about
that we can share online on the air.
It can be a call-in show.
Oh man.
I love this. I love this idea. We will buy the rights from TSN. This is good. I like where this
gold,
is going.
Jerry. It's gold.
It'd be cheaper if ESPN doesn't get it, then it defaults to us.
Yeah.
So we'll at least pay them something for it.
Sure.
And then we have to figure out how to make money off doing it.
This is going to be amazing.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. Love it.
Look out. Next February, things are going to get off the hook in Joel's basement.
Yeah. I can run it all from here.
Oh.
Actually, I might not. I think I might need a T1 line in here. Or
we'll figure that out.
Fiber.
We'll figure it out.
I do know that your address at the store, you can get fiber internet at the store.
You can't get fiber here?
I can't get fiber here.
I have fiber at my house.
I have fiber at my house.
Yeah. Well, it's down off of Flom,
All right,
the neighborhood just north of here. they're getting it, but
We
Not
can,
you
it's
yet. You're not
us
here yet.
we
Okay.
can we can set up in my front office.
We can't do it at my house because my wife needs the fiber for all of her work stuff.
I'm the only one that works at home.
Great. We can
Yeah.
do it at your house.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
Road trip.
Boom. Let's go.
A different statement along those lines, though. ESPN.
Yeah.
Like, I'm... the cost, whatever. Like, I'm...
It's gonna be a rounding error for them.
You would think it's a rounding error, and you would think that if they didn't... Even if they didn't broadcast it for free, like, if they just put it on their ESPN Plus platform, you know, then... like, they're gonna get some people to subscribe to ESPN Plus. You know, like, it comes, ESPN Plus comes with Hulu.
Right. Yep.
I don't
But-
have it. I paid for it. Like,
I get it with my Verizon cell phone, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but, you know, like,
But still, yeah, you would get some subscribers.
You would get
for
some
at
new
least a
subscribers.
couple months.
yeah. And I would
If
think
you can
that
do
they
it on a
would
month-by-month
like that
basis.
idea.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a bummer that it seemed to be a minimal cost for them, and with all the other, I mean, for lack of a better term, for all the other crap that's on that ESPN Plus or ESPN 3, I mean, now cornhole and drone racing and
If you
I mean-
go on Hulu and look at the options on ESPN Plus,
yeah,
it is phenomenal how many things are on there.
100%.
I mean, like, just tons and tons of, you know, D3 college
Swim meets.
women's softball, you know,
Like, I
or
don't
swim
disagree.
meets, you know,
Yeah.
all kinds of things that can't be bringing in more viewers than
The Scotties and the Briar.
Scotties and the Briar would.
Agreed. It's
So-
it's baffling, but I mean,
Okay,
I get it. Anyway,
what else are we going to talk about?
I don't know. That's the top stories I had.
What are you looking forward to doing this summer? Non-curling related.
Closet doors.
oh,
All right.
I need to put closet doors in there. Closet doors in there. I've got them right there. I just gotta paint them.
I see them.
Yeah.
They look nice.
They're right
Got
there.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint them, and then put them in, and then do trim as well.
What color are you going to paint them, or haven't you decided yet?
White.
Okay.
yeah. I have a paint sprayer if you want to borrow it.
We also have a paint space.
Hey, there you go. Boom. You don't need to borrow mine then.
What happened to brushes?
Paint sprayers make
Paint-
it look
paint-
looks nicer and goes faster.
Paint sprayer is faster.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, like something like that, like a big solid surface door. Just
All right.
It's super easy. Paint sprayer.
yeah.
Get with the times, man.
Other than that, I don't know.
Golf. I'm gonna golf a
Okay.
bunch.
Got bocce.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you? What are you gonna do?
I'm looking forward to going to the Little League Park and not shivering for
Yeah, you did. You did
3
show up.
hours
You
straight.
did show up for the show today with your coat on and admitting that you were frozen to the bone.
It was so cold. So yesterday was disgustingly cold, and today was almost as bad.
Let's go, Mother Nature. Get your act together.
And
It was a damp cold today.
it's damp and damn both.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is supposed to be cold.
I think tomorrow's
Again.
supposed to be in the 60s.
Oh, and then it's going
Or
to get
maybe
colder
Thursday
again.
and Friday?
It's supposed to be crappy. Basically, the whole long range forecast, none of it was going to be like
It's below
full
average.
on spring.
Very,
Yeah,
very below average.
very below average. And I have minimum of 4 baseball games a week to attend with my children. And baseball got canceled on Saturday because it was snowing.
Well, it's
But
good.
so instead, I had to go to soccer games that didn't get canceled. And that was cold.
Got it.
Actually, that one, I totally wimped out on that. I sat in the car
Yeah.
with the heater on.
You need
watched,
to, you need to
I
get
could
one of
see
those,
those.
You need to get one of those chair pod things. It's got a little plastic thing that goes over like one of those foldable chairs.
Man, that
And then-
sounds
I've got a little heated
Like it
vest.
would be.
I mean, you'd be ridiculed for.
I would be ridiculed. I would ridicule myself for wearing one of those. As comfortable as I would be in comparison to what I was, I would be embarrassed to look at myself in the
You'd
mirror.
have to kick your own ass. Is that
I
what you're
would.
saying?
I would have to kick my own ass if I had a plastic pod chair.
A plastic pod chair?
Yeah, there's like a plastic tent, like a little single person tent, like one of those little soccer chairs that you call. I don't know what you call
It's
them.
kind of
bag
like
chair? A bag chair.
it would be sort of like an ice fishing shanty
Yeah,
for
for
one
a
person for
singlet.
sitting there and
Yeah.
watching a kid's sporting event.
Got it.
I would have
I
to
had-
kick my
I
own
have-
ass,
I have
but
seen those.
I would have been so much warmer. I'm sure of
Yeah.
it.
I have a little heater you could put in your thing that I put in my deer stand. So
What about a heated vest? You got a heated vest?
yeah, there you go. You can get one of those. A Roro.
Aurora. I did buy.
Roro.
I did buy one of those. It's nice. It's a little thing that it's
Yeah.
a heated vest that
I
goes
got a
inside your
heated
coat.
vest for my wife for Christmas. She loves it. Mm-hmm. It's great.
I'm glad that you
Boom.
finally are
We
like making headway in that relationship where she likes something that you've done.
appreciates something.
Like,
I mean, she still doesn't listen to the show, but
no,
yeah.
I know. But I wouldn't have said that if she did. But like, I'm glad. I'm glad you did something that she approved of. You know, I mean,
Yeah, we-
because like you make a lot of dumb choices.
That's not inaccurate.
So
That's why we're friends, Mike.
yeah, 100%.
yeah, it's not. I'm not ragging on her
No.
for like being overly hard
No,
on you.
you're applauding her for putting up with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I'll make sure I tell her you said that.
I actually bought my wife the past couple of Christmases things to keep her warm.
There you go.
Like,
Boom.
and she loves it. But next Christmas, I gotta think of something
Yeah,
different.
you're running out of.
Yeah.
There you go. Got it.
I used to have an electric mattress pad years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife, like, when she got pregnant
Yep.
the first time, she, like, made me get rid of it because I don't know, she didn't want the electric current flowing through her while she was
Got
pregnant,
it.
like it was going to
Yeah,
mess up the
yeah.
baby or something. And, you can't argue with a pregnant
No.
mom, especially a first-time pregnant mom.
True story.
And it disappeared. Like I never saw it again. And then, on my spring break trip with the boys out west, we stopped at my mother-in-law's house, and she's got a electric mattress pad that it was like a faulty one, so they got like only half of it worked. And I said
Okay.
that would be perfect, for me.
perfect. There you go.
That would be perfect for me.
Yeah.
And so I have it. I brought it home, and I put it out, and it's on the bed, and my half of the bed, I crank it up, and my wife's half is cold, and I'm like, screw you. And I said, you can put your feet over here until I get here, and then I'm booting you
Then
out.
I'm moving you.
Actually, it was
is
kind of a
hilarious.
ploy, hoping she'd come over and join me, but she hasn't.
No, not so far. Got it.
But the dog loves it too.
Oh, sure.
The dog sleep up there until I get there. Then he just looks at me pissed when I come to bed.
When
and he's
you
got to
gotta
get
push them out of
off.
the way.
and-
Yeah, there you go. Got it.
See, that'd be the opposite for us because my wife always sleeps cold. So, like, she would have the heated side, and I would not want the heated side at all.
Yeah,
Got it.
I just like I don't need it all night long, but I hate getting into the cold bed. Like I like it. I don't know.
Well, if you ever want to
The
get rid of
show
that,
is
let me know.
spiraling out of
It is
control.
spiraling. So, anyways, but I've really like that's the only silver lining I can see to this horribly cold last 2 weeks that
Yeah.
we've had
Yeah.
is that I've been able
Is
to
that
use
you've been able to
the
utilize your
heated
electric
mattress
blanket.
pad because otherwise
Got it.
I would have brought it home and used it for like 3 days
Sure.
before it turned to 80
it's like
degrees.
80 degrees. Got it. Got it.
and I didn't turn it on at all. So, all right. Sorry, I
No, it's
got
fine.
off track
No, it's
there.
fine. I hope to hit a summer spiel. Do you like summer spieling? Oh, it was fun. If somebody needs a teammate, let me know.
I'll be doing the
You'll be doing lupus.
Lupus spiel?
I'm on the fence about lupus, but yeah, do some golf, maybe a summer spiel.
my Brother and I will be running the hospitality suite.
Yeah, always a good show.
So-
Like, go to the Lupus Spiel if you are looking for a spiel to do, and that weekend works.
I'm gonna go fishing.
Ooh,
My
Yeah.
youngest son just got a brand new fishing pole
nice.
for his birthday, and
Boom.
don't tell anyone. Don't tell my oldest son, but he's getting a fishing pole for his birthday coming up in end of May.
Okay.
It's
I
very
won't-
similar, almost identical to
won't.
the fishing pole the 9-year-old
I
got.
promise I won't tell him.
But they're
And I'm
they're
not
good
going to
ones.
delay the. I'm not going to delay the release of this episode to.
No, they've
correspond
never
with that.
listened. So I'm not concerned about
And
that.
Martin's sworn off the podcast after the chicken
After
debacle.
the,
I
yeah,
think.
we aren't going to talk about
We're not
that.
gonna
We got
talk
the
about
chickens
that.
are growing.
The chickens are growing.
You got chickens
you
back
got
now?
chickens.
We
You
bought 8 chickens.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are they still all alive?
they're 2 weeks and 4 days old now.
Okay. All right.
They're all still alive.
Check local listings.
We've got one that we think is a rooster for, like, we're pretty 75-80% sure it's a rooster.
Got it.
So that one won't live long
Okay.
if it turns into a rooster.
Yep. Yep.
And then we don't know about any of the other ones.
Okay. All right. Well,
But they are living in our living room.
Like in a box. We've
We've got a big dog crate.
Big dog crate. Okay.
And we need it to get. This is another reason I need it to get warm because they stink.
yeah, they do.
I mean, like, you got to change the paper in there like every day,
Yeah.
and I'm sick of the chickens in the living room.
Yeah.
Like, it is kind of
And
neat.
where do you
to,
get
like,
newspaper anymore?
I get it from my parents, who
There you go.
still get the
still get the
newspaper.
newspaper? There you
delivered.
go.
Yeah. So, anyways, I got 8
That checks out
chickens.
there, old people.
I got 8 chickens living in my living room.
Okay.
Seems to be going pretty well so far. The dog hasn't eaten them,
Way
or
to go, Augie.
tried to like eat them.
Congrats, August.
And they're all different species. I think we've got 7 species for 8 chickens. So we'll update you in
Wow.
the fall.
And these are
All right.
egg birds, not
They're
meat
egg
birds.
layers,
Not meat birds.
correct?
As long as it's not a rooster.
They're yeah. So they're egg layers, and hopefully by the time we come back in the fall, they're laying.
They're gonna be cranking out
Should be
eggs.
just about that time.
Oh.
Actually, they should start just
Does
a
it
couple
get-
weeks before we
it
would
take-
come back.
They take that long to start laying eggs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It takes them,
6
I don't
months?
know, 4 months.
4 months? Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. Great. I'm excited. We'll make omelets on the show.
Hell yeah.
I'll bring bacon.
Perfect. Even better.
Maybe I'll just make hard-boiled eggs because
Ooh,
that's.
I hate hard-boiled eggs.
Well, I know, but how am I going to cook an omelet on the
We'll
show?
figure it out. We'll do a special segment.
I got ways to cook food here, Craig.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We'll
Great.
figure it out.
I'm pretty good at omelets.
You can bring some bagels and or English muffins. We can make
Yeah.
some
Breakfast sandwiches?
breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, boom. I got that. No problem. We do that in spades.
Have some mimosas.
You should bring an easy bake oven to cook some
Air fryer.
Some
I make
biscuits.
everything in the air
some
fryer.
biscuits
these
or
days.
something.
You got an air fryer.
Yeah. Air fryer is great. If you don't have an air fryer, get yourself one. They're awesome.
All right. Do we have anything else to talk about, or are we
No.
going to wrap this
Dream-
season up?
Thanks to our guests we've had this past
Oh, yeah.
season.
Let's mention all.
Chris Pies, Jessica Schultz,
Yep.
Croy Nuremberger talked about the Endgame broom, endgame.com for a U.S. designed broom,
Yep.
which I personally use and I like it. Becca Hamilton, Joanne Courtney, Mike Harris, Steiner,
John Landsteiner.
John Lance.
John Landsteiner,
Hashtag Team Landsteiner.
hashtag Team
Favorite listener.
Yeah.
My favorite listener.
Your favorite
Just because he's the
listener.
only
Our favorite.
confirmed one that I know of.
I've heard a couple out there, but
I know some
Yeah.
others,
I got
but
some.
that
Certainly
listen
the most-
sometimes. But John listens
Yeah.
every week.
certainly the most famous curling.
Regular
Listener, yeah.
listener.
Yes.
Yep.
Also, thanks
That we know
to Tyler George,
Yep.
Dean Hewitt, and Tali Gill from Australia, who are out in Korea right now playing mixed doubles. Good luck unless you're playing Team USA. And Dean Gemmel, interim CEO.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
And almost Steve Brown.
And almost Steve
And
Brown.
almost
We
Steve
had
Brown.
we interviewed
That's-
Steve Brown.
we
We just
did.
didn't
Steve Brown.
record Steve Brown.
I pressed. Yeah.
Well, we did, and we
I had
did-
that button
and we
set.
also replayed it, and
That button. I had that button set
don't
wrong.
push it now.
No, I'm not gonna
Show
push
up.
it.
We'll try again next year, maybe
We'll
with
try
Steve.
again.
We will.
Maybe Steve Brown and guest.
Or maybe we can do a summer special.
Whoa.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It'd be hard to get him off the golf course, though.
Let me set this up outside.
It's
Do it.
possible.
Can you
Okay.
put it on a golf cart and follow him around the course?
Whoa, we could do a little special.
I can probably figure
We'll
that
figure
out.
something out.
I can. Yes, I can.
We'll make it happen. Yeah. All right.
That's
No.
what I,
What?
Who do you? If we could have guests for next year, who do you want to have on the show?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. All right. Great.
Ooh, can't afford that.
That'd be weird.
I
I
wasn't ready for this question at all.
I know. I mean, it's
Michael
shot
Jordan.
out of a cannon.
Jordan be good.
All right. I threw it out there last year because I gave you guys this question. I think you answered the same way. I'm not ready for this answer. I'm gonna say it. This is just like when we talked to John Cullen, friend of show. He wants to have Phoebe Bridgers on his show. I don't think they've had her yet. I want to have Nick Offerman on her show. I think it would be great. I think it's a long shot at best. But if he wants to come on the show, we'd love to have him, and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
But that would be my guest.
All right.
I would like to have him on the show.
You know who we didn't have on the show this year?
No.
Matt Hamilton.
Correct.
No, we didn't.
Maybe we should bring him back for another episode next year.
Bring the ham bone back.
He's pretty funny to have on.
I'd bring him back.
Maybe we should get Schuster on.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
We'll try. He's a big deal.
Speaking of John Shoes,
he's a big
good luck
deal
to
now. He's
him.
signing-
I think he
He's signing out autographs at
Yeah.
Minnesota State something.
Yeah.
he's also, I think he is a part owner,
Yeah.
Yeah.
part owner of a soccer team,
Duluth
a
Football Club.
football team, if you will.
Yeah.
Good luck to his football endeavor,
Yeah.
following in the steps of Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he has the same luck as them or success as
Right?
them.
Yeah. You don't have any idea what we're talking about, do you?
Don't
Yes.
worry about it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. You
Yeah,
look to me like
John
what?
John bought Duluth Football Club.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
and
We
then
were talking. Then we were talking about Wrexham. Do you know what Wrexham is?
yeah,
Okay.
they're no longer relegated.
Well, yes.
Or they're less-
They were
they
promoted,
moved up. They
yeah.
moved up a
promoted
league,
into.
Yeah, they got promoted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is really not tier 2. It's more like tier 3 or 4.
It's
But still, they moved up.
because it's the Premier League and then the Championship League and then it's like tier 1 and then tier 2.
Got it. They moved up a league.
they moved up.
Yeah.
I watched the news. Yeah,
The show's actually fairly entertaining. I watched
Ted Lasso.
most of the episodes.
I just started watching it and I'm all in.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
they're doing a show about the.
but-
You're talking about Ted Lasso or the?
No,
No,
this
no.
is Wrexham.
Oh,
It's
this
called
is
This
Wrexham.
is Wrexham.
Oh,
It's on the
that
Hulu.
I haven't watched yet.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Okay,
But anyway, so good luck to John in that endeavor.
I'm looking forward to something else this summer.
What?
Sitting outside and drinking a beer. Well, maybe more than one.
Just one?
Drinking beer.
You were outside.
Drinking beer.
You were
By your
out-
pool?
You were outside today. How'd that go for you?
It was cold as shit. I wouldn't have been doing it today.
You're looking forward to being outside and not being cold as
And
shit.
not being cold as shit and
Yeah.
drinking a beer. Like,
Can
I
you
want to
drink-
be wearing shorts and flip-flops.
Can you have a beer while watching Little League Baseball?
No.
frowned
Not
upon?
unless you, like, sneak it in
You gotta put it in
some
your Yeti.
other kind of container.
You gotta,
Yes.
You gotta put it in your Yeti. And
There's
make it-
even a sign,
yeah.
no alcohol and no
got it.
dogs.
And no dogs. Got it.
In the Little League park.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
fine.
like both alcohol and dogs. But
I've seen-
I can understand why neither of them belong at the Little League park.
I've seen on Amazon. You can get a Pepsi or like a Mountain Dew sleeve.
It's not worth it.
For your kids.
Yeah.
You just don't. You don't need to have a beer.
You can
during
survive.
your kids',
Yeah.
recreation game. I get it. But just curious. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having some beers out on the porch too.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have the semi-regular
Ooh,
curling
could we have the semi-regular Botham conglomeration?
Yeah. Madison
grilled
curling
grilled
team.
meat.
thing.
Extravaganza.
Yeah.
Got it.
It'll be smaller this year, though, because
That's
we
fine.
didn't have as many players on our team on Monday, and we
Oh.
didn't have as many subs on our team on Monday, because last year
I don't even know if I would technically be invited.
you might not be you
I
qualified
probably
this year.
don't qualify this
I
year.
don't qualify either. I didn't play.
Well, have fun.
Guess we can have fun with the pity party crowd.
Could I
Maybe
be-
there'll
could
be
I
a
be-
waiver. I don't know.
Could I be emeritus? Or
Maybe.
Meredith. Yeah.
alumni?
Perhaps. Boy, we got drunk last year, though. At that one. I did, and Ty did.
Yeah.
Ty had to spend the night in the basement.
True story. Yeah.
What'd you do with that can of grain belt I left?
Still, it's Northeast. It's still in the fridge. I'm trying to find somebody stupid enough to take that can of Northeast and drink it.
Do you still
Grill
have
some- do you are you allowed to eat brats at your house? You could.
Why
boil
would
brat.
I ruin a brat by putting it in Northeast beer?
Northeast is delicious.
It's the worst beer there is.
Do you still have that lawnmower that always spins? Or did you get rid of that?
Yeah, it's still sitting in the backyard
Okay.
under a tarp. I just looked up actually some parts yesterday, and I'm trying to figure out which ones to buy.
So
Whoa,
you could do.
fix this thing?
Yeah.
I think it's only one part that I have to fix.
Whoa.
So what you could do is you can do a pinata with a grain belt. Is have Martin or somebody put on a stick. You get a bat and you get a lawnmower and just spin.
Just spin around in
Yeah.
circles
See
on the
how-
lawnmower,
and then see how
only
many times-
goes in circles.
See how many times it takes to go in circles to actually hit the can.
It only goes. It
That doesn't
only
go very
spins
fast.
left.
Well, then there you go.
All right. Well,
Hold out your
So
right
I'd
hand
have
with the
to
bat.
drive with the left hand and have the bat in the right hand.
Yeah.
and-
love it. All right.
See how many
Cool.
turns it gets
Did you-
before you hit
Do you
it.
think of a guest? You wanna
Oh.
have next year?
Curling related?
I don't care. Yeah, sure. That'd be great. I mean, this is sort of a curling show. You? You have a guest?
Bruce
I don't know.
Mowat.
Bruce? That's a great
Bruce
guest.
Mott?
That would
Yeah,
be
we
fun.
can get that. Yeah.
Well, we could probably make that happen.
Let's do it.
I beat him once when he was like 3 days out of juniors.
Yeah, you're 1-0
I'm
against
1
him,
and
right?
0.
Yeah.
1
There you
and
go.
0 against him. He probably doesn't even remember.
Probably not.
That was so long ago.
Doubt it.
I am
And he's
1-0
won a
against
million games
You're
since
1-0
then.
against Nicodine, aren't you?
Nicodine,
Yeah, there
yeah.
you go. Boom.
Nice.
I doubt I'm 1-0
Beat-
against anybody worth talking about.
beat him in the 2018
Oh, no,
Bumpy
that's not
Cup.
true. I'm 1-0 against Kevin Martin.
Ooh, there you
Beat the
go.
pants off of that guy once.
Well, let's get those 3 guys then. We'll all
that's
talk
great.
about how we are all on winning
yeah.
streaks against them. I'm on a winning streak against the Dean as well. 1 game winning streak.
We
That
played
was
him.
6 years ago or something. But
We played him in the Bumpy Cup playing stick curling,
There you go.
and this was June 2018. So a few months after he lost to John in the final, and I thought about making a comment about him losing to another U.S.
Yeah.
player, but I don't know him well enough
think
to
I'm
make
like-
that comment.
I think I'm like
So-
2-0 against Chelsea Carey, too. Not to brag, but I think I'm 2-0 against Chelsea Carey.
All
Because
right.
we beat her in the
I-
HOH final.
sure
I-
did.
And then I beat the pants
know-
off of Joel last year in the Lupus. when
Well,
he was
that
curling
was,
with
that,
Chelsea
was,
Carey.
that was a tight game, but yeah. If-
No,
if
we
wanna
beat
call it
you
that.
by 1. That's beating your pants.
Well, true.
Agreed.
No pictures on scorecard.
Yeah, we tried to get Kevin Martin on this year, but the schedule just didn't work. I think we need to get him on early in the year before his schedule gets too nuts with
Sounds good.
commentary.
All right.
So we can get Kevin on.
All right, Bruce and Kevin and Nick and who'd you say?
Nick Offerman.
Didn't you say a different curler too though?
No, I said Nick
Who
Offerman
you
and
want to
Kevin
know?
Martin.
We can get Kevin Martin.
All right, great.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Awesome.
If anybody out there knows Nick Offerman or knows how to get in touch with him,
Yeah.
get in touch with him.
Tell him we'd like to talk to him.
Tell him we said, hey, we've got bacon.
Yeah. All right.
I like bacon. Thanks for the bacon tonight, Joel. It's great.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks to everybody for listening this season. all of our listeners. Thank you. Ran into some of you at the 5 and Unders.
And House of
Various
Hearts.
and other
Yeah.
assorted spiels. Yeah, House of Hearts. So nice to know we've got some listeners out there. Appreciate it.
You got any feedback for us? Let us know.
Or if you know of a guest that you would like.
Yeah. That's not John Schuster.
Right.
Yeah. He's not allowed on the show. Lifetime ban.
Maybe.
That's it. All right. Let's wrap it up.
Oh,
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. All right.
Craig.
Mike.
Joel.
See you next year.
Good curling, everybody.
Good curling.
Season 3 in the books. That's it. We're done. We'll be back in a few months. Big thanks to Motus Financial for being on board this year. MotusCC.com for all your POS and credit card processing needs. Email the show. If you need a teammate, let us know. curlingnation@curlingnetwork.com. You want some ends cards to take to your summer spiel? Do that. Find us on social media. At Curling Craig, at the Mike 720. Curling Nation, Joel kind of mans that.
Yep.
We're on the face space. I don't know. Find us. We'll curl. Maybe we'll see you on the golf course. I don't know.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Give us a like on that. Give us a follow.
Like and subscribe. Click
Yep.
the bell notification or whatever for when shows come out. However people do that thing. I don't want to do that. Yeah.
All the information is going to be over there, Mike. So
Yeah.
just point.
All the information.
It's all over there.
Will be over here. I don't know what to do with my
me.
hand. Like Craig.
It's all right here.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Curling Nation.
Wrap it up.
That's it. Mike McDermott.
Craig.
Joel.
Good curling, everybody. Have a good off season.